Okay, finance students, we're moving on here. We are in 8-1. So we did a couple examples. 8-1 day 1, we're doing day 2. So look at example 3, find this in your notes. We're going to have a little bit of homework, and you're also going to have to start a Excel or Google Sheets form for our stock game that we're going to do. So example 3, 3 partners are investing a total of $900,000 to open a garden and landscaping store. Their investments are in the ratio of 2, 3 to 5. How much does the partner that invested the least contribute? Okay, so they're investing in this ratio of 2 to 3 to 5. So if I think about this, 2 plus 3 plus 5 is going to be 10 parts. So there are 10 parts of this investment total. And if they're investing $900,000 and there's 10 parts of this, well, that would be, just cross out a 0 here, 90,000 each part. Okay, so each part represents 90,000. So this person who has 2 parts of this ratio would have 90,000 times 2. I'll put K for 1,000. So they would have invested 180K. This person would be 90 times 3. Okay, so 90 times 3 would be 270K. And 90 times 5 would be 450,000. And if I added all these up, 180, 270, 450, I would get 900,000. So that's kind of how the ratios work. Try these two. So go ahead and try these two. Pause the video, try these two. Okay, assuming you've paused it. 2 partners are starting a wedding planning business. The total investment is $45,000. Their investments are in the ratio of 4 to 5. How much does each investor contribute? Okay, so their total is $45,000. It's a 4 to 5 ratio, so it's 4 plus 5. There's a total of 9 parts. You can think of it as 9 parts. So if there's 9 parts and they have 45,000 invested divided by 9, well, 45 divided by 9 is 5. So each part is 5,000. So this person invests 4 times 5, which is 20,000. And this person invests 5 times 5, which is 25,000. So together, that's 45,000. Okay, so the first partner, whoever invested 4, it was 20,000. Whoever invested 5 was 25,000. Extend your understanding. 2 partners each invest 35% in a startup business. They need to find another investor for the rest of the money. What percent of the business will that person own? Write a ratio to represent the investment in the business. So they each invest 35%. So the first 2 invest 35%, which is going to be a total of 70%. So the last person, the person they're looking for, is 30%. Okay, so how can I write a ratio for this? Well, I can just kind of reduce all of these numbers. What do all these numbers have in common? They all have a 5 in common. So I can divide all these numbers by 5. So this would be 100% of the business. So if I divide 35% by 5, I get 7. If I divide that by 5, I get 7 again. And then 30% would be 6 if I divide that by 5. So the ratio would be 7 to 7 to 6. All right, so 7 to 7 to 6. That's, 20 parts of this business. So 20 parts would represent 100%. All right, your homework. Go to 8-1. And I got a couple problems for you here. So 8-1, let's find that. Then we'll talk about what we're going to do with the stock market game. So 8-1 is, we left, I think we did 1 through 3. So I want you to do number 4, number 5, okay, number 6, and 7, and what's the other one here? Okay, and number 9. So you got 5 through 7 and number 9. Okay, moving on to the stock market game. Here's what you're going to have to do. Hey, and there's going to be maybe one checkup a week for this. So the most important part is starting out. If we were going to do this in class, we would normally do a stock market game, and I would have you log into a special website that we use. I think that's just going to be too hard to communicate and log in and do all this other stuff with distance learning. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to keep track in an Excel spreadsheet, or you can do a Google Forms. So I'm going to have a separate video for that just so you can watch that one. So make sure you watch the next video.